How do you like to leave it there? I chose to live here in the Pacific Northwest just because it's the closest to kind of like urban forest and kind of feeling that I have from living in Rio, but also because there are not many natural disasters. I really didn't want to be anywhere close to that. I wanted to be safe and sound that way. Okay, darker. It's expensive. I think now everything is expensive. There's some places that are still keeping it cheap, but I bet you get what you pay for as well, right? In terms of schools and beautiful places to go and safety. I think those are like the non-negotiables. It was for me. Portland was just the place that I landed first because of when work transferred me here, brought me here. This is where our headquarters were, so I wanted to be close to that, but I also wanted to be close to all the good arts. Alexa, next. Like, there's nothing like going to eat outside and going to the blues festival. Very overpopulated. I think that this is the current state of the planet. I mean, once you reach 8 billion, there will be very few places that are now overpopulated. But there's always some space for everyone. That's my belief. It is true. I lived some years in São Paulo, um, in Brazil, and that is overpopulated. So many people. There's so many people that they have this whole system that, depending on what number your car or motorcycle plate, license plate, has, you cannot drive on certain days. So it's like, if I remember it right, okay? Um, you just want to live out in the woods. Well, that's where I live. I live out in the woods on acreage here in Washington, up in the hills, far away from everyone. Um, but back to the São Paulo story. So, um, you cannot, like Monday, I think is like if your license plate ends on 0 or 1, you cannot drive during the most heavy traffic, so like the rush hour. So in the beginning of the day and the end of the day as well. and then so on Tuesday, 2 and 3 and whatnot. And this is just for the weekdays. I don't know if they are doing it for the weekends. I should probably ask my sister about it. But yeah, that's how overpopulated. Thank you. Well, I hope one day, if you want to live out in the woods, that you find your corner of the planet where you want to live out in the woods. Raise some chickens. I used to raise chickens. At one point we had 300 chickens, and I just miss them so much. I think that this is the animal from our farm that I miss the most. Because first you start by wanting them to like you. So you just spoil them and you serve them and you spoil them rotten. And then once they like you, it's just addictive. You just want more and more of those chickens to just really love you. So during the pandemic, my oldest son, just now 15, he said, "We can barely find chicks in the stores anymore, Mom. I think we should just hatch them." And I said, "That's a great idea, honey." And he's like, "They're so cute, right? They're so incredibly cute. I need to get all my pictures of chickens and just close my eyes and remember them and start make like a book, a chicken, a fun one." I have one book that I made about my kids running away from the chicken and the farm animals. I got it here. This one here, it's my personal copy, so it's double printed on both sides. Anyway, so I told him, yeah, that's great, because the pandemic now is here and you won't be able to do 4-H. 4-H is like kids that want to be part of a farming set, and they learn so many things, like how to take care of them, how to feed them, how to breed and whatnot. So guys, I'm going just like all over the place with this blue here, and we're gonna get to the part where everything comes together very soon. Okay, trust the process and hang in there. We're talking chickens now. So I told him, well, this is fantastic, let's do it. And he started to save for an incubator, and we got him an incubator, and he started to learn, because we had never farmed before, so we had no idea what we were doing. So we read a lot. We will do 101s. That has always been our thing. Monday is Mommy's Day. But then every other day I will do a 101 with one of my two sons. And Johnny, my eldest, say, let's study everything that there is to learn about chickens. And I say, yep, let's do this. And we learn all about candling and how to select, and I say, well, we have the chickens, but we don't have a rooster, so we need to get a rooster, baby. And we found one, and his name was Joseph. He was the best rooster on earth, for us, of course. And he was a great protector of them, and he always made sure that they were well taken care and whatnot. Oh, thank you, Charles. So we started hatching our chickens. We started with like 10 chickens, chicks that we got at the local feed store. and I reverse engineer a coupe that I wanted so bad. That coupe looked fantastic, but